Hey everybody, what's going on? So this is part two of the our probate video series. Explain how probates work. Uh, this is not a video. If you know, hey, my mom died. What do I do? How do I get it in the probate? This is not a legal, discussion on probate and how to do a probate for whatever. It simply is a lead generating source that can make you a lot of money, all right, in real estate. I mean, it just will. There's so much opportunity. A couple of things why I like probate so much. First of all, probate, again defined, is it's what happens when somebody passes away. Okay, somebody dies, and the court respects human life and so forth, and what happens to all the assets. There's the seller own and the seller, the decedent, that's what they're called, the decedent. They have bills, obviously, like we all do, and they can't pay the bills. They're somewhere else, right? Not here, not alive anymore. So how's it work? So that's what probate does, and sometimes there's ways to get around it through living trusts and things, but that's for another video. Okay, so what we have right now is, so somebody dies essentially, and the court gets involved and distributes the assets, make sure all the the creditors are paid, that kind of thing, and then make sure that the court's very interested in a performing asset regarding real estate. They don't want a house tied up in limbo probate for 10 years. No one's who's paying the taxes, right? So they don't like that. So anyhow, that all that to say, that's what probate is, in the general bit. So somebody dies and they have assets, and we're interested specifically in this video series about real estate. Okay, oftentimes people die and they have real estate. Sometimes people die. It's sad. I've done it many times, and you go to the probate list and they got nothing. I mean, they're 80 years old. And you think, what a shame, right? So anyway, if they have assets, particularly real estate, that's what this is about. So that's what probate is about. Okay, so why is probate such a good lead? Because here's the thing: probate never, ever, ever, ever stops. Right? Two things everyone knows about: death and taxes. Okay, and you might be in some deserted island with no tax structure. You still got death. Due to depravity of man and Genesis 3:15 and all that good stuff. But that's for another video, or not. Point is, people die all the time, right? So when you're in an area, a metropolitan area, or even a small area, multiple counties around, you add up the probates every month. I mean, they do not stop. If you get just think about this. If you get a area with 300,000-400,000 people, you might have probates. I mean, 300-400 probates a month. Now think about that for a minute. 400 probates a month, 300 to 400 probates. That's like 10 to 12 brand new leads every single day. They don't take it. Death doesn't take a day off on Saturday and Sunday and gets back to business on Monday. No, it's not how it works. Okay, so there's always fresh leads all the time, and if you can expand your marketing a little bit, maybe to another 500,000, I mean, you're talking about 20, 30 brand new leads every day. Okay, it's huge, a huge. And because here's the thing: if you go market to vacant properties, okay, you've seen that. You go, I'm saying you buy Prop Stream, REI Pro, whatever, and you're looking, vacant properties, and they do all the math, and yeah, these are vacant stuff. Well, those are pretty static. Okay, and everybody in town who's watching videos like this about, hey, I make money in real estate, be a wholesaler, whatever. The newbies and the guys already have a successful business, and they're all targeting the same vacant properties. You see a problem there? It's vacant for a reason. Obviously, there are some motivation, but I mean, you don't every day. There's not brand new vacant properties. You follow me? Probate's different all the time. It's new. Okay. It's different from pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosure folks, that's for another video. Pre-foreclosures are potentially motivated, but most often times they are delusional. They don't want to lose their home. They don't want to. Okay. Hey, I'm buying a house again. Right. So that's different. But probates are motivated. Okay. So let's talk about this. Why are probate folks motivated? Okay. Probate folks are motivated because their money is tied up in this asset. Okay. Grandma died, Aunt Betty, Uncle Bob, Aunt Susie, Uncle Joey. All their money is in grandma's house, right? And they want to sell. Well, like I said before, if the house is not financeable, they don't have anything to do. So the point is, that's why probates are so important. So how can you get probate lists? Okay, there's as I mentioned before, probate lists are going to be they're county specific. Okay, there's some outfits that will sell them to you. You let me know below if you're interested in. I know some guys that are pretty good, solid probate lists, but they're not exhaustive. Okay, every single county in the United States, I don't know, 1,000, 3,000 something counties, I think, a lot of counties. Okay, they each have their own thing. So some of it's going to skip through the fall through the cracks. So if you're in an area where it's not abstracted, okay, then you're going to have to go to the county yourself and get it. And this is what I want to talk about. What you're looking for in a probate list. Okay, you want to pull a pen out and write this down. Very important. Okay. So you want to talk. You're gonna. It's very who the decedent is. Okay, decedent is Grandma Smith or mom. Your mom. A person. The person who died. Okay, so you want to have the decedent, and you're gonna have a case number. Okay, you want to figure out what the case number is of the probate file. Okay, and then you're gonna figure out who the personal representative is. And like I said before, it is critical. It is critical. You are negotiating and talking to the personal representative. Don't talk to Uncle Bob if Aunt Sally is the PR for the state. PR means personal representative. If I see PR, I'm not trying to sound cool. I'm just, actually I am. I like sounding really cool. That's why I say weird stuff. No, you get it, right? So don't talk to Uncle Bob if he's not the PR. You got to talk to Aunt Susan because she's the one who's making whatever it was. That's Aunt Sally. But you get my point, right? Whoever the PR is, that's who you're talking to, okay? You can't negotiate with anybody else. Okay, so they're going to have the name of the decedent, the case number, personal representative's address. Okay, they may have a phone number on there. You may have to skip trace, that kind of thing. And so you're going to want to see if this decedent owns property, and some abstracted probate lists you can get yourself. You can buy, and they're not cheap. They're not cheap, but they're worth it. They'll have the decedent's property. They've done all the triangulation to see this. But if not, then you're going to need to go with your county assessor's office and see if the decedent owned property, and maybe cross-reference the decedent's name with the PR to see if there is a connection there, right? That kind of thing. Right? And then the next information you're going to get in the list, and you're going to need, is going to make you a lot of money, is the probate attorney. Okay, and you're going to see a pattern when you get a big probate list of 50 people, 100 people, whatever. You're going to see the same same actors, same attorneys all the time, right? And so these guys, that's their bread and butter. They're just doing probate cases, right? So here's a tip, okay? Probate list costs you money, okay? All this stuff costs money, by the way, but it's worth it. You put $1,000 into it and you get 50 grand back. Do you see what I'm saying? If you're looking for no money, no job, and I'll make 20 grand, because I watched some video, this probate video probably isn't for you. Okay, if you have to spend a little bit of money, probate lists are expensive. Now you can go down and manually get it yourself. But here's a tip: if you spend some cash and you figure out who these attorneys are, right? You have the list and you go through these various guys. Go have lunch with those guys, right? Take them to lunch. And say, hey, I'll buy you lunch and pay you your fee, $250 an hour or whatever it is, okay? And do that, and then talk to them and say, hey, you know what? I'm just throwing this out here. I'm an investor looking for properties, and you can even tell them, I'm a wholesale. I don't particularly buy them myself, but I got partners that do, that kind of thing. These attorneys are clever. You don't want to really act like you're somebody you're not. Just tell them this is what your business model is. You're kind of on the marketing side for your cash buyers, and you're looking to, they have some probate stuff. I mean, some stuff that needs some work, boom, you could do this, and they may say, well, we already have some realtors we work with, and that's fine too. But listen to me, just listen to me. If you spend the time and the money to take a probate attorney out for lunch, and you, as a professional, you say, look, I'm going to introduce myself. This is kind of what my business model is. some of these properties you have maybe need some work. I've got a lot of different strategies, creative strategies in real estate to potentially help the sellers who your clients are, so we could, help them get their cash, and it's not always a buy low, sell high offer. Okay. Sometimes that's a solution, Mr. Attorney, but other times we can do a lease option. We could do administrative lot split. Maybe I could do a lot subordination, so that the seller can get all the money. It just might take 6 months, kind of thing. I can build on it, whatever. The attorney's going to have a lot of respect for you. Okay. They will, because you paid, to pay them lunch and you paid their fee and everything. You're not trying to get something for free or whatever. And they realize, yeah, this person's the real deal, right? And they can give you really, really, really good deals. Hey, I got a deal here. This is something you might like, right? So that's the point. Okay. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, any clarifications on the probate process for leads, I can't give you legal advice, but for leads process, that kind of thing, let me know. You want some mentorship, whatever, let me know in the comments below, and you can do this. Okay. This is a great opportunity. And by the way, um, think outside the box when you talk to these probate attorneys, okay? Because you can make a lot of money. All right. Talk to you soon, and Godspeed.